Welcome back to the RSPL Premier League Round Up and a preview. Stephen Stanberry alongside Dwayne Richards from yardsport.com. And remember, this program is brought to you by Red Stripe. Grab a Red Stripe, start the game, and we're still awaiting that Red Stripe, as well as the Premier League Club Association, the PLCA. Dwayne, before the break, we were looking at UAFC versus Reno, and UA, they got their 3 points with a 1-0 victory. And now we'll hear from assistant coach of the UWI team, Andrew Peart.
Well, we're grateful for the win, of course, and it wasn't a bad performance from us. We had a lot of space to occupy and keep position well. So we scored early, which is very good to ease the nerves in the game. But I think we didn't capitalize on the numerous chances we created further on in the game. But we defended pretty well, limited them to about 2 shots on target. And we held out to win, but just not comfortable with the efficiency in front of goal, but good performance from the team.
Andrew Peart, the assistant coach of UWIFC. Now, Dwayne, if I'm a coach and I'm in the position Rena is in, and I know that I still have a mathematical chance of qualifying for the for the playoff round, I would ensure that my players come and play like they want it. They're hungry for it and they're desperate for it. But Reno, they didn't do anything on Sunday.
For the first 3 or 4 minutes, they were in the game.
Yes.
And then after that, UAE took over the game, and the off-the-ball movement, you see, we have to credit the way that the UAE team played. They played down the flanks. They moved very, very well, and the combination play to effectively get through the middle third into the final third was very, very good. And I think that is what made the difference, because they kept the Reno team on the back foot because they had possession of the ball for most of the time. So the Reno team was just unable to get anything effective in the middle of the park, and then to be able to test a very solid UWI backline. The UWI team kept them in front of them for the most part, and it was a good, solid performance from back to front. And I must again commend Amal Knight. When he was called upon, he got the job done.
All right. UA, we've spoken about them. Are they the real deal now? We say that every week.
Absolutely.
Can they
Absolutely.
Hang on to finish top of the table?
They are in that position, but the sleeper is Montego Bay United, who, if they win all their games in hand, they actually go above UAE. So they, as the defending champions, are the one that you have to look at most, in my opinion, because they're a solid team that they will be looking to go all the way to finish at the top and hit the reset button in the knockout phase.
All right. As I've said to you before, it would be disappointing if UAE ends up at the top of the table but don't win the league. And I've spoken to you about this season after season after season. I understand why we have the playoffs, but I would prefer if the team that finishes at the top of the table be crowned champions at the end of the competition.
We would all prefer it, but the reality of the situation is that the Jamaican football product is completely different from other products, and that is why we've continued to tweak the league to keep it interesting. And in making it a 6-team knockout phase, it adds even more excitement and keeps people honest all the way through to the end of the season. So I like it.
All right. And we now move into the game that is on tonight. Montego Bay United, they take on Humber Lion at the Montego Bay Sports Complex. Now, Montego Bay United, the defending champions, they're 4th on the standings with 46 points, while Humber Lion, they're in 2nd position on 49 points. Now, both teams have met twice already this season at Effortville Community Centre, with Humber Lion winning on both occasions 2-1. Your predictions heading into tonight's game, Dwayne?
Well, as we've seen throughout the course of the season, the team that has the edge usually goes on to win the third game.
Yes.
I think we might see a reversal tonight. This is one of your proverbial 6 points.
So you're saying it's going to end in 2-1, basically.
2-1, but to Montego Bay United.
Yes.
I think Montego Bay United at home will be a different animal this time around. They've lost both away games.
A wounded animal.
Yes, they've lost both away games. They win tonight, they go level with Humber Lion. Yes. That's the incentive, right, on points. So they'll be looking to do that. Humber Lion has shown that on the road, they struggle to get the job done. That is why I'm saying I'm giving the edge to Montego Bay United. However, Humber Lion set out their stall at the beginning of the season to make it not just to the knockout phase, but to win this league. That is what they intend to do. To do that, they must now get beyond the hump of a Montego Bay United away from home, because this is where it starts to tell, are they ready to actually go and challenge to be champions of the Red Stripe Premier League? To do that, they have to start getting the job done away from home. They need to do this tonight, to say and hold their hands up and say, yo, we are championship metal. And so if they can make that happen tonight, then they're now saying, we're ready. But I think it's going to be really difficult against a Montego United team whose tail is lifted from coming to Kingston last week and getting the job done against Arnett Gardens. So I'm expecting a home win. 3 goals is a reasonable expectation, but I'm expecting that Humberline will struggle to win this one.
Yes, we've said it before, Humberline, they're quite humble.
On the road.
On the road.
Yeah, and aggressive. They're real lions at home and humble on the road.
Lions at home.
They need to
King
be
of the jungle when they're at home.
They need to be an aggressive lion on the road now.
They should consider a name change.
No, the name doesn't need to change. The attitude. It's the attitude on the road. You fix that attitude on the road, you get the mental space right, you get the job done. Duke is the man to get that job.
Yes.
Coach Donovan Duke, he's traveled. He also knows the Montego Bay United setup. Yes. He's been there. He knows how the setup operates. He knows the players. You would have coached them on a number of occasions, probably at different clubs as well. So he understands the football landscape in Jamaica. And if somebody can get the job done as a coach,
it has a special meaning to it, because remember in January there was some drama. A couple of players who wanted to play for, it was reported that they wanted to play from Humberline, to leave Montego United and play for Humberline, but president of Montego Bay, Orville Powell, said his players are not for sale. Right. And they did put a price on the players if you wanted to buy them.
Right. Yeah, so those side stories add to the whole drama of it, which we need in football. You need to create excitement to get people interested. So we like all of this, and it sets the stage for a very good game tonight. I think the fans who go to the stadium will be able to have a lot of fun, and those who watch it on TV should also have fun. So tune in. It should be a very exciting encounter. Yes.
And who will be the key players for Montego Bay United tonight?
For Montego Bay United tonight, the strikers have to come with their boots laced up. They should be ready. The focus has gone back to the Red Stripe Premier League, because the CFU is now done and dusted. It's behind them. Unfortunately, they didn't progress. So now all that is left for this season is to get the job done here. And I think all their forwards need to report in tip-top shape.
And for Humberline,
they have to make sure that they defend soundly. Don't concede. The longer the game remains at 0-0, the better it is their chances of stealing a victory. So if they can keep it tight, and they've shown that they can do just that, their goal difference is good, and they haven't conceded very many, only 16, which is a very good total. Actually, they're the team that has conceded the least number of goals. So they know how to defend, and if they continue to do that, then for them, a victory is on the cards.
Yes, and we spoke about it, that these two teams are the best defensive teams. Humberline, they've conceded only 16 goals, while Montego Bay United, they've conceded 18. But Montego Bay United, they've scored only 29, the lowest of any team in the top 6 at the moment. Portmore United, they've scored 30, Humberline 33, Arnett Gardens 37, and Tivoli Gardens and UA both scored 38 goals.
Yeah. Leading goal scorers at the top of the league, not a surprise. And at this point in the season, you need the strikers to be finding the back of the net, getting the confidence. The goals that come with a simple and a single touch, that's what you need at this point in the season. You need finishers to be finishing, because when it gets tight, when it gets down to championship time, you don't get time on the ball. You have to be ready, and you want your players in that frame of mind, in that space. Where you're getting into the box and you're getting that touch and you're anticipating. I think that's what is required right now, and the top 6 teams meeting each other at this point in the season, perfect time.
Right. And Humberline, they must win if they want to keep in touching distance with UAFC, because Montego Bay United, they have 4 games in hand. So currently they've only played 24 games, and some teams have played 28, some 27, and some 26. So Montego Bay United, as we said yesterday, all 4 games. If they win all 4 games, then they go to the top of the table.
Yeah, they go right to the top of the table.
All right, and we are out of time, so let's have a quick rundown of the table. UWIFC, they lead with 54 points, and they've already qualified for the semi-final, for the playoff round of the competition. In second place is Humble Line on 49. Tivoli Gardens are also on 49 points, but are third on goal difference, plus 13 versus Humble Line, who have plus 17. Montego Bay United are fourth on 46 points. Portmore United 5th on 44, Arnett Garden 6th on 41 to round out the top 6. Reno are 7th on 31 points, Harborview 8th on 30, Waterhouse 9th on 28 points, Jamalco 10th on 26, and in the relegation zone it's Marvelly Hughenden FC with 25 and Boys Town on 23 to round out the 12 teams in the Red Stripe Premier League. Final thought, Dwayne.
Before we get to the final thought, we must mention that the game that was rained out at halftime between Marvelly Hughenden and Waterhouse FC will continue on Wednesday at the Constant Spring Field. They'll play the final 45 minutes, providing the weather is okay. And this could actually mean that there's a turnaround in the positioning in the table before we meet again for the next discussion about the next match day. So it's critical, this second 45 minutes, both for Marvelly and for Waterhouse, who are in and around the relegation zone.
All right, any final thought?
It was a good weekend of football. Not a lot of goals scored, but interesting games, intriguing games.
Most weekends are not
but this one is very interesting, very intriguing, and it's continuing to set up the league nicely as we head towards the knockout phase.
Right, and we're out of time. And before we go, let's big up our sponsors. Red Stripe start the game. The Premier League Clubs Association, the PLCA, and yardisports.com. Yardi Sports is Jamaica's #1 sports website featuring Jamaican and international sports stories. At Yardi Sports, we tell the untold stories as we unveil hidden Jamaican sporting talents. For the best in sports, for detailed coverage, for the best images and information of Jamaican athletes locally and globally, it's Yardi Sports. Yardisports.com. We are #1. On behalf of Dwayne Richards, I'm Stephen Stanberry saying so long.